Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like, and also comment and share. Today I'm going to share with you my evening routine and how I moisturize and seal. And I use warm water as my liquid. I use the LCO method, and I use warm water because I've got low porosity hair, type 4C, low porosity hair, and warm water moisturizes better. And then the cream that I'm using is this one here, which is the Cantu leave-in conditioning cream, which smells really lovely. And then the oil that I'm using as my main oil is the wild hair growth oil, and then I finish off with some Jamaican black castor oil with argan oil in it. So the other thing I have with me is my satin scarf. So the first thing I do is just to get my warm water in the spray bottle, and then I just sprinkle a very light mist all over the hair just to moisturize it. My hair was moisturized this morning, but I like to add a little bit of moisture in the evening as well. So I don't make it very wet. I don't want the hair to be dripping wet, so it's just a small amount, and then I just massage it right into the hair and as well as in the scalp. So the reason I use warm water is because as I said, I've got low porosity type 4C hair, and the warmth actually helps to open up the cuticles so that the moisture can get into the shaft of the hair. So I give my scalp and my hair a really good massage, and I just use the balls of my fingers and then just rub some of the water into the hair. So this is just to make sure that the water is completely absorbed into the hair and it's not just sitting on the surface and it's not just dripping off. So as you can see now, my hair is very well moisturized just from that light misting, and that's because I used warm water. The next thing I do is just to take a little bit of that cream. So I've started using this cream because it's a leave-in conditioner, and I just want to try and condition my hair as much as possible. And I just take a small amount, so you don't need a lot of product. My hair is very short at the moment, as you can see. And then I just rub it in my palms first, and then just rub that into the hair. So I know it looks white when you're applying it, but once it's massaged into the hair and it's absorbed, it actually disappears. And I quite like the smell of this. It smells quite nice actually. It's like a very coconutty smell. So I make sure that all my hair, and especially the edges, has some of that cream, because as I said, we tend to forget the edges quite a lot, so we want to make sure that all the hair, including the hair that edges, is moisturized and conditioned. And what I'm doing now is just massaging very gently, just to make sure that the cream is evenly distributed throughout the hair. I'm not using any tools to distribute the hair, so I have to rely on my fingers, and massage is the best way to make sure that the cream is very well absorbed into the hair as well as the scalp, because it conditions both the hair and the scalp. Next thing I use now is the wild growth hair oil, and it's got it is an applicator bottle, which makes it very easy. So I just apply sparingly. I don't add a huge amount. I'm now using it 3 times a week, so I apply it on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. And the instructions are that you work it up. You start with applying it just once a week, and then twice a week, and then 3 times a week, and that's your maintenance. So I'm applying it everywhere, including the edges, and then I just work that into the scalp. So then I'm using the balls of my fingers again, and this is the oil that I mainly apply to the scalp. And I like to massage it in because that stimulates the blood circulation to the scalp, and thereby it helps to promote growth and to bring nutrients to the hair follicles on the scalp. The scalp is good for a lot of things. Relaxation, it's like a mindfulness session really. So I really love massage, especially head massages. So I'm making sure that I'm massaging absolutely every inch of my scalp. And some of the oil will go into the hair, but that's absolutely fine. The wild growth hair oil has got really good oils which are good for the hair anyway, so I don't mind it going into the hair. I know some people talk about the wild growth hair and say they don't like the smell of it. I guess the thing is it's both oils and herbs because it's got sage in it and it's got some peppermint. I actually don't mind the smell, to be honest, and I always find that it may smell for a couple of hours or so, but then after that it goes away. And then I'm using the Jamaican black castor oil with argan oil because argan oil is really good for skin and hair, and so is Jamaican black castor oil. So there's the extra dark version, the one that I'm using at the moment. It is just the regular black castor oil. It's not the extra dark one. So I make sure that I apply that to the edges, especially the temples here, which have suffered very badly from the hair relaxer. It's the hair relaxer which has caused the severe alopecia, but I'm really hopeful because I can see some fuzz. I hope you can see it too. And so I'm just working the oil into the scalp and just massaging the temples and the edges. Just to make sure that they get all the TLC that they need. So I go around the head just to make sure every inch of my scalp, so it's not just the temples that I focus on. And then I also, I'm now also applying some of the Jamaican black castor oil to my hair. I rub it between my hands just to warm it up a little bit because that helps distribute it evenly as well, and the warmth will also help the oil to actually go into the shaft because that will open up the cuticles. So I'll use just a tiny amount. You don't need a lot really, because it's quite a thick oil, and I've already applied some oil to the hair, so I don't want my hair dripping of oil. So just massaging, and honestly, if I could describe how moisturized my hair feels right now, it feels amazing. Bear in mind I've got type 4C hair, and if you can see just how really well moisturized it is, this combination and this regimen, I found it to be really, really good so far. So I'm gonna stick with that just now. So I have a morning routine, and I've done a video. And I'll link that to on the screen so you can watch that. So every single night when I go to bed, I always tie my hair up in a satin scarf, and that helps prevent any friction, which could cause hair breakage, excessive shedding, and therefore hair loss. So I know it's a bit tricky there, but I'm just trying to make it into a triangle. So I'm not necessarily a fan of the bonnets with the elastic. I always find that they rub a little bit on my edges, and right now I'm just trying to avoid any sort of friction on the edges because they're so fragile. So I'm using these scarves instead, and I found them quite helpful. And the reason why I pull it right down is so that it just doesn't slip off when I'm sleeping. So that's the point of kind of bringing it all the way down to my forehead and right down to my eyebrows, in fact. And I'm just applying a little bit of the Jamaican black castor oil on my eyebrows as well, because that's also hair that I'm trying to take care of. I actually have really thick eyebrows, believe it or not, but a few years ago I was getting them threaded, and unfortunately I had an awful accident when the beauty therapist just ripped out all my eyebrows. So I'm just trying to regrow them again. So we'll see. I guess that's another mini hair journey that I'm on, and we'll see what happens. I'm just trying to take care of my eyebrows as well. So I'd love to know what your nighttime routine is, and if you've used any of the products that I used today. So please comment in the comment section below, and again, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like and share. Thank you.